work in Montreal Lake started probably just over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years ago, with kind of some general talks between the nation and Everactive Schools about how they can partner and set up some full-time staff working in the school, in the community. And then we were hired, myself and my wife McKenna, about 2 years ago.
Our role in the community is actually quite unique. When I look at like the community in a wider vision, I would say we're really involved with programming within Senator Allen Bird Memorial School.
We work alongside the administration, the staff here, to help with
promoting some healthy lifestyles and behaviors.
Classroom learning, professional development for the staff.
We'll sometimes pop into classrooms and just ask, oh, can we take out your kids for soccer?
We've filled in as substitute teachers, we've filled in as gym teacher. A lot of the land-based learning that goes on here when they need an extra body or two, we're happy to lend a hand there.
We're just there to be a support with the students. They come and chat with us all the time in our office.
Externally, we work with sports and rec in Montreal Lake, helping out with different development camps or facilities that they might need an extra hand with. And then lastly, one of our biggest ones is with Montreal Lake Wellness Hub, which is a group of external consultants that all come together to support health and wellness in the community.
Broadly speaking, we're looking at sort of trying to decrease barriers to physical activity for youth within community. Specifically for girls and young women, but the broader spectrum is just youth living in Indigenous communities. We have a number of different projects going on in the community that are program-based, but also that are research-based. So a number of different graduate students working, as well as a larger partnership group team of researchers. So we have myself and Dr. Sean Lessard are the co-directors of the grant. And then we have Dr. Leah Ferguson at the University of Saskatchewan. We have Dr. Kate Story at the University of Alberta. We have Lisa Hunter, who's at Monash in Australia. And then we have Brian Torrance is also on the grant, the director of Everactive Schools. So when we talked to Brian with Everactive Schools about getting involved, he wanted to jump on board. He'd worked with Sean in the past and some of the different groups that he'd done and was interested in sort of being a part of that larger partnership group.
Wellness camp are basically activities facilitated by very energetic, active programmers that come in, always focusing on sports, always focusing on land-based learning, but also trying to just get to know and talk to kids on a different level outside of school. You can connect with them totally different than in a classroom setting when you're just outside, hanging out, being active. There's no pressures for academics. It's all just supposed to be a big injection of positivity to the communities.
We work with all kinds of people in the community, but mostly focus on the youth, just giving them a sense of normalcy and providing activities to give these kids a positive outlook on their daily lives.
Seeing everyone here, like all my friends and everyone, it's like, whoa, people actually come and do these things, and it's really fun, and it's like, yeah, I just love every one of the workers.
Camp is very good, very fun. We can like swim, paddleboards, canoe, play games, and they feed us. Yeah.
What this camp thing has done for me made me happier in somewhat of a way. I actually really hope coming back a lot of times.
When we started working in Montreal Lake about 2 years ago, it's always been a vision of ours to place a fitness center in, either for the community or for students to have a place to work out in and explore like other ways to be active. Pretty much we put out the idea to Sean Lessard. We kind of explained our goal and our vision for the kids, and it was just a simple yes, let's do it. It sounds great. And that's pretty much how it came to be. It was really easy, and we were super excited when we got the okay. And yeah, so now we have 2 beautiful fitness centers. One is in the arena and one is here in the school. The school one is primarily used for students, teachers, staff, and anyone who's really in the school. And then the rink, it's not quite open yet. It just needs a good cleaning. We just finished it up, but it's gonna be meant for community members, some of the athletes that will be working out there, using the rink.
Other things we do are kind of more external trips outside of the school. So during the school year, working with teachers that want to take their kids out, want to do active learning, different types of activities, but might struggle with some of the logistics things. We try and help them out and to take a little bit of that pressure on us so they can focus on their teaching role, and we can try and do some of the background work to make those fun things happen.
When we first came up here years ago, it was a different atmosphere. You know, kids were very quiet, reserved. Now when we come back, we have kids that are waiting by the door, waiting for breakfast. They can't wait to play games. It's a super positive atmosphere, and we just see such a change in the kids' confidence because of sport, because of wellness. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing changed kids, and you know, adults are happy to see what's going on. But for the most part, we've seen some kids that started off quiet and reserved, turning into very positive, outgoing role models in their community. And I think a lot of that has to do with the wellness and the sport that we're all running with the kids.
One of the huge highlights is to have the trust of the community that we can come and engage in this work, and that they see that the kids are meaningfully engaged in it, whether it be in the water or on the field or in the gymnasium space. So for me, that, you know, as a researcher, as a programmer, as a person, as a teacher, I think that those are monumental things that sometimes don't get written up in research papers or don't get published. One of the highlights for me, I guess, is that my family's here. Emotional. My kids. Sorry, probably the first one to cry. Yeah, that they get to be involved in the programming, but also see what I do at work. I think, and to be proud to be here, I think is probably one of the highlights. And I can't thank Sean and the larger partnership group enough for welcoming them in with open arms to be here and get to hang out just like one of the kids. So yeah, for me, I think that having my wife and kids here to get to engage in the activity, but also to see the work that's happening and see what Dad's doing when I'm away for a week, kind of thing, has been a huge highlight for me.
The impact of the camps is huge for relationship building, getting that foot in the door with the kids when we first got here, to earn their trust and to show them that you know, we're here to facilitate activities, but we're there participating, we're there running around with them, we're playing, we're trying to lead by example. So these camps have given us that opportunity to, not just for the kids actually, but also the community. When people drive by and they see 40, 50, 60 kids out there playing soccer on a summer day when there's no school going on, I think that goes a long way to show that we can bring some value and some good energy to the community, even when school is not happening. Moving forward here in Montreal Lake, you know, I just want to keep working with the kids, keep building opportunities for them through, you know, facilities, through maintaining, even just having an extra set of eyes and an extra person that can look into, you know, what are some of the deficiencies out here, what are we lacking, what's, you know, we have some budgets, what could we maybe invest in to try and make it a healthier space for all of our kids. You know, a time will come when we're not going to be here anymore, when some of the teachers aren't going to be here anymore, but if we start, you know, planning some long-term facilities so that those facilities will be here, and all you got to do is find a person to use them, to manage them, to run them. I think that could be a good legacy thing that we could leave, is that, you know, we left it better than we found it, through the facilities, through some of the more capital investments, but also through some of the programming that we've done. And I guess the biggest goal would be that some of the students that we worked with, some of the youth, eventually decide that, hey, this looks like a super cool career that I could go get an education, go to one of these universities we've shown them, you know, leave the reserve and get an education, see the world, but then decide, hey, I want to come home and help, I want to be part of the change.